Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well and welcome to the Divine Feminine Oracle Show on Beyond Mystic. I'm Julie and I'll be your host for tonight's show. And of course, I'm here with those two beautiful women, my soul sisters, Meg and Sophie. So let's start first of all with you, Meg. Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm very good. How are you doing?
Very good as well. I feel already the energy, the strong energy of the full moon. So I can't wait to talk about
Mhm.
it with you guys.
Mhm.
And welcome to the show to my beautiful sister. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. And I feel the energy too. This is a crazy energy right now.
Right. So that's going to be our main topic for tonight's show. The full moon that's going to be in the sign of Libra. Um, well, it's kind of tomorrow, but officially on the 6th, but a few minutes after midnight for Eastern time. So it's kind of in the night between the 5th and the 6th. So very close to today when we're
Mhm.
filming this. And yes, thank you so much. Trigle Rice. Don't forget to hit the like. Yes, thank you so much. So we are obviously on Beyond Mystic YouTube channel. So don't forget to give us a like there. And also, if you are watching from Beyond Mystic, also don't forget to give us a little visit here on Maison Jupiter channel. And also, don't forget to subscribe because we are creating amazing content for you guys with those two beautiful ladies as well. And if you haven't already, please go and watch our latest I always have trouble to find the episode I'm talking about. The latest Astro Decode I did with Meg, we were talking about the eclipse season. So if you haven't watched it, I think it's a must see because we're already in the energies of the upcoming eclipse that's going to be in 3 weeks, a little less than 3 weeks. Do you feel, Meg, that we're also under the influence of the eclipse?
I do. And it feels to me, yes, it feels to me like a tidal wave that is just starting to go, up. And we're starting to ride that wave. And it's like we're 20%, that's what it's feeling to me, 20% getting into it. And next week we'll be like 50, 60% into it. And then the next week when the eclipse is here, it's like we're full on 100% in the eclipse season. So I'm seeing a lot of people in consultations and also online in different forums saying that they feel a buildup happening. And I think it's definitely this eclipse season we've got going on.
Oh yeah. So this full moon is kind of highlighted even more because it's a full moon, so like a culmination of energy at some point, but also we're in the let's say pre-energies, shadow energies of the eclipse. So yes, I can also feel the intensity. And you guys produced a very special episode yesterday. Sophie, do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, absolutely. This is the first one that I searched and it was in French. So I'm really excited to bring a little bit more of, international people. So far, we did a lot of people from United States. So that is also some really good thing that is new. Macron is really interesting. Because it's very different from the others that we did so far. The astrology was different. I feel the energy of the country is very different. Like Meg was saying, correct me if I'm wrong, but the same energy was around the time of the French Revolution that we have right now, around what is going on. So there's a lot that got discovered also with the card, and there's a lot that we did not expect to talk about. So I'll let you find out by yourself, but very interesting episode. Yeah, I love it.
Can you guys at least please give us a little snippet of it, like a
Not on YouTube.
Not on
oh,
YouTube. Oh, yeah, you're smart, Sophie. I was about to
okay,
say something, but that wouldn't have been good.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, let's
okay.
say that's very, I'll use the word saucy. There's some stuff that comes up, like I was not expecting some of the stuff that came up with Sophie's amazing card and psychic analysis. So very interesting. We got a little bit quite into Macron and Justin Trudeau Castro, their relationship, because we were feeling that they
Hmm.
were very connected in different ways. Macron and Trudeau are born 4 days apart. There's a lot of weird synchronicities in their astrology, like random things like they both have Saturn retrograde at 0 degrees, like weird things like that in both of their charts. So feel like their fates are tied and they might, something might happen to them around the same time. I'll be careful with my words here.
Okay, well, thank you. I can't wait to watch this amazing episode. I know it's going to be great, just as the other ones you guys did. Can't wait to watch that. Okay, if I can start by asking the both of you, is there, let's say, a common theme that's been coming up? Do you guys, well, I mean, in your consultations, of course, do you guys feel like the influence of the upcoming full moon in Libra regarding relationships, do you feel that sort of theme coming up in your consultations, or is it something totally different? Can I start with you, Sophie?
Yeah. I don't see as much relationship stuff that I would expect with the full moon in Libra, but everybody has been talking to me about moving since the last week. So everybody, I think 99% of the people in consultation are asking me, am I moving? Where do I move? Where should I go? What is the best for me? So moving is the biggest thing happening. And also lots of deaths, lots of passing.
Okay. So would you say it's more of the eclipse that's kind of up in the energies with the big life changes that usually happen around eclipses?
I think that's more in your alley. I will let you answer that maybe more. But that's just something that I see in every consultation with the team about moving. And I just feel intuitively that we're talking about entering in a new chapter of your life. And it's about also starting fresh. And of course, if you were bound to responsibilities with some people, or maybe having that take the Kool-Aid in the past, or that has more difficulties with their health, now it's the silver lining. I don't mean that in a good way, but you know what I mean. I think you're being freed from that responsibility in a sense. What do you think, Meg?
Well, I have to apologize. I just got distracted for a moment because the door in my room just opened by itself, like so then I had to close that because I have some family downstairs. So it's funny because you were asking Julie about, were you saying like what comes up in consultations?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So weird stuff like that. So like when we're getting into an eclipse season and the energy building, I find it's a really auspicious, magical time where it can be a little bit like feel chaotic a little bit because it's just so much energy. But when there's a lot of energy, we can use that to manifest. We can use that to transform. So I feel like it's really important right now to pay attention to the signs, synchronicities, what's naturally coming up, because I am hearing in consultations from people just in my personal life, very interesting, weird dreams. That's been coming up a lot, especially the past few days, very vivid, lifelike dreams and signs and synchronicities. So let us know in the comments if any of you guys have been having anything like that.
Yeah, thank you so much. So it seems to me like we're already feeling very much those synchronicity leading us to like big life changes. Because usually when we hit the eclipse season, and it actually, we can feel it usually about a month before the actual day of the first eclipse, which is going to be April 20th. So since late March, we were already in the orb of influence of the big eclipses. And eclipses bring often big life changes. So it could be change of place of living, change of work, change of partner, any kind of, and also not just changes in your own life, but in the lives of people around you. So it could also be like you supporting someone around you because they're going through major shifts themselves. So it depends actually, obviously, where the eclipse hit your own birth chart. Is it hitting one of your natal planets? Is it hitting the sign where your sun sign, your moon sign is in, your rising sign? So yeah, and if you want to know more about that, Please go watch the Astro Woo we just put out for the month of April. We're going through all 12 signs with predictions for this eclipse according to your sun or rising sign. So you can check that out on beyondmystic.net. And right before we go in our main subject for today, which is going to be the full moon in Libra. And Meg was just telling us right before the show that she has a feeling it's going to be an important one, right, Meg?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So can't wait to hear what you have to say about that. And right before we go into this subject, I just want to let you know if I have the right slide for that. Just a second. Did I forget the slide? Wow, I was doing like 100 things at the time. So yes, just a second. I'm gonna try to find this. But before we do so, we have an amazing pyramid from the beautiful Carla for tonight. So one of you lucky supporters will have the chance to get this amazing pyramid. And let me show you the amazing Eva from Carla.
Hi everyone, this is Carla from Ascension Organites, and today I have a new special edition to show you. Her name is Eva. So Eva is jam-packed with crystals and metals. She has carnelian stone, white milky quartz, peach moonstone, seashells, and selenite, together with copper metals, brass metals, crushed brass, and 24K gold leaf here at the bottom, with the tetrahedron symbol on the three sides, as she is a hexagonal pyramid. So I made Eva with the intention of being super extra powerful. She would help with bringing peace, clarity, also great for meditation or any type of mental or psychic work or any healing work, and also helps clear confusion and helping us see the bigger picture. So I'll give her a quick turnaround so you can see it. And there's Eva. I hope you guys like it, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Carla. What do you guys think about this one?
I love all her pyramids so much. I wish I could have all of them. They're so cool.
Right. This one makes me think about precious metals. So it looks very rich, very precious. I love like the spiritual energy I'm getting from this one. Thank you so much, Carla. And we also have a beautiful candle from Elena on MAISONJupiter.com. And for tonight, it's going to be the creativity candle. So this one activates the solar plexus chakra, and the scent is lilac, lemon, and green tea. And it is infused with citrine, so a very magical crystal that helps activate even more the solar plexus chakra and your creativity, of course. So those two amazing donations are going to go to one of you lucky supporters for the super chats. So if you have any question, please feel free to let us know in the super chats, and we'll try to get to your questions for Sophie or for Meg in the second part of the show. And if your question relates to astrology, please also give us your sun sign, your rising sign, and also, if you know it, your moon sign. And here we have a 10% off with the code BeyondMystic for one-on-one consultations with the beautiful Sophie and the beautiful Meg. So if you'd like a one-on-one personal reading, Sophie uses tarot, oracle decks, also her psychic intuitive gifts. And Meg uses astrology, but also her amazing intuitive gifts. So if you'd like to book, you can do so on MAISONJupiter.com. Yes. Woo! This is going to be one of those days, I feel. Okay, so first of all, let's start with talking about the full moon. So I think I'd like to ask you, Meg, before, because I had a slide, and I think I'd like to get what your feeling is about this full moon before I start.
Mm-hmm. What's my general feeling of the full moon?
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually like the energy of it. This is a little bit different because we've been having so many intense things happening in the past month, with Saturn ingressing into Pisces and Pluto ingressing into Aquarius, and all these intense things with Pluto, and just a lot of intensity. And Libra, to me, is actually one of my favorite signs because it rules, one of the signs that rules the arts and beauty and creativity, harmony and balance and divine feminine. It's ruled by the planet Venus. And it's all about peace. And it's interesting. This is like really random, but all day today I've been thinking about this full moon in Libra, and I've been feeling John Lennon's energy very, very strongly. And I was like, why am I feeling John Lennon? Like, okay, yeah, he was a peace activist. Then I realized, okay, duh, he was a Libra. He was a Libra. So he was kind of showing up to me spiritually, like showing the essence of, he was definitely a starseed. He was definitely a light worker, but he wasn't violent. He wasn't physical. He was all about peace. And he was all about promoting change and activism and standing up for freedom and truth in a peaceful way. And I've been really feeling that with this Libra full moon. And I feel like, I'll be careful what I say here on YouTube, but, you know, there's something that's happening, really big news today of, you know, something really big that's going on. And I feel like part of the reason why that's happening, and I'm no expert on that, but I feel like it's trying to get us into a physical violence kind of place, when the antidote to all this Aries energy right now is the opposite sign of Aries, which is Libra, peace and harmony and relationship, and kind of taking space and hearing what other people have to say and not reacting in a physical, violent kind of Aries way. Not to say that all Aries are violent, but Aries can get, you know, very heated. And right now we've got so many planets in Aries that people are overall very easily triggered right now. So I feel like there's a lot of situations all over the world that it possibly could go into a violent place, but I feel like we're being tested to stay in that Libra peacemaker harmony. And it actually feels like a really beautiful energy to me. I think this would be a really nice full moon to meditate, to listen to some beautiful music. You know, Libra and Taurus are ruled by Venus. So beautiful music, beautiful food, your favorite, you know, outfit, maybe buy a new outfit, you know, and just be in that energy of beauty and appreciation of beauty. And that is a very high vibration. Art, music, beauty, we're the divine feminines, you know, that's all a very high vibration when we can be in that feminine energy of beauty and creativity and harmony and not lashing out. So I'm really feeling that with this moon. It feels nice to me. At the same time, we do have Chiron, like opposite the full moon at the exact time that the full moon is going to be happening. So I believe it's like 1 degree off, right, Julie? The Chiron.
It's
opposite.
very close. Yes, you're right.
So it's not exact, but it's very strong. So we're having a lot of wounds and triggers coming up at this time. And Libra is all about our relationships. So love relationships, but also business relationships. I don't really see Libra so much as friend relationship. To me, that would be more like Gemini or Aquarius kind of energy. So it's a lot about love relationship, business partner, people we may work with. I do think with Mars in Cancer right now, there could be things coming up with family, really big as well, family relationships. So I really feel like allowing for space and not having like freakouts or going into a really dramatic place. We need to be very aware of that right now with so much in Aries. And there's definitely, because it's a full moon, you know, that's endings and illumination and completion. And I don't know about you guys, I'd like to hear from you guys, but I am seeing some people I know even personally go through breakups. And I am seeing it in some consultations as well. So that is a really big theme with this full moon. And that's all that I'll say for now.
Wow. I love your input, Meg. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's crazy because most of the stuff you've been talking about, I think I wrote it in my slide.
Oh, cool.
And I feel like this one, I said that in the second point here, it's kind of giving us a preview of the upcoming eclipse season in October. Because as of July, the nodal axis of both of the nodes are going to move into the Aries Libra axis for 1.5 years. So starting in July, the nodes, which represent collective karma, are going to move in the relationship axis and of Aries and Libra. And this full moon is in the sign of Libra. So to me, it's kind of giving us a little tease about what we can expect. And the south node will then move into Libra. So a lot of, let's say, relationships that I feel that no longer serve the greater purpose of our own missions, I feel like those might fall away to leave some space for more aligned relationship, I'd say. So yeah, totally. And I'd like Sophie to pull cards on the first point here, because I feel like this is so interesting. This is the last of 7 full moons we've had at exactly 16 degrees. So there's kind of 2 ways to look at the 16 degree, I think. First would be to make like a tarot card analogy, which is the Tower card. So that's the last of the 7 full moons we've had at 16 degrees. So is it a Tower card? And my other question...
Chariot, correct?
Sorry?
It would be a Cancer degree, correct?
Yeah, I wrote that here.
So that would be the Chariot.
Well, yeah, you can look at it from 2 angles. So that's kind of why I'd like to get your input on it, because Tower card is kind of, if we took the number 16, but also, as you said, the Cancer degree. So to me, it felt like a disturbance in our old security, in our old value. Cancer is like pretty much your core values, your structure, you feel secure within yourself, within the same thing you do over and over again. And if we look at the Tower card from the tarot, it's kind of the opposite energy. So can you enlighten us, Sophie, maybe with some cards of why is it the last of the 7 moon and at 16 degrees? What does it mean? And while you're putting cards, I'm just going to answer this question. Hi, Julie. Great name. So she says, how do I get to the super chat? So you got to go over and pay us a visit on Maison Jupiter, so the Maison Jupiter YouTube channel, and you'll be able from there to give us a super chat. Thank you so much for your question. And go ahead, Sophie.
Perfect. Okay. So Ace of Cups, the Hermit. So we do have those 2 right there, 4 of Cups and King of Pentacles. Okay. So what I'm getting from this is that, and we have the card of Devotion as Oracle card. So what I'm getting from that is that we learn what we had to learn, and we purge a lot. So when you talked about the Tower card, I'm seeing this as the last purging that we had to do, the last thing that we had to really be forced into doing. And that brings me back to now we have Ace of Cups. So now we have to take the power into our own hands and to really know what is making us happy. So when we talked yesterday also in the show, in the Psychic Spy, about the fact that we don't have the future now set in stone in front of us, the cat is confirming. We don't have the future set in stone now. It's because we had enough divine intervention. Now the table is set, and now it's on us to really make the rest happen the way that we really want this. So those were the 2 first cards, Ace of Cups and the Hermit. So we have 4 of Cups and King of Pentacles. 4 of Cups is the missed opportunity. So this is a divine opportunity that is giving it to you, and you can decide to take it or not, but it's usually from a place that you're not super interested. If you know the 4 of Cups in the traditional tarot pictures, there's a person really not interested into and not looking almost at the cup that is giving by the universe. King of Pentacles is the ability also to have your own abundance, the thing that you want from the universe. So the universe is saying to you, I want to give you the opportunity to make the best out of your life. And I want you to give you the opportunity to make also the best decision for you and to grow and to take your own life to the next level. But for this, I need to stop being a harsh parent, and I need to stop giving you tower moments.
Well, I love that. Thank you so much, Sophie. Ocean Odell is saying, Julie, Sophie, and Meg, in the last 3 months, I have released so much. Oh, yes. I think we all have. So it's kind of a great news what you're saying, Sophie. Basically, it's like we're looking towards the end of this purge. And it makes sense also because the South Node is now in the sign of Scorpio, which is kind of the toxicity purge. And we're in the very last weeks of the South Node being in the sign of Scorpio, because in July it will move to Libra. So thank you.
The last thing before we change topic, the chariot that I had also, when you look at the degree of Cancer, and 1 + 6 = 7 also, it is also the card of evolution. So I think we evolve enough now that we have to take matter into our own hands. And it's also the card of moving, and I keep saying a lot of moving. So I had to bring that up.
Love it. Thank you so much. And thank you so much to Shannon on the screen, Shannon T, Julie, Meg, and Sophie, as always, loving your show. Thank you so much, Shannon. We appreciate you very much. And wow, thank you so much, Julie. Sophie, can you pull a card for the beautiful Julie and her beautiful donation?
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Okay. Oh, I love it. Okay, so it says that all around you, you do have people that are jealous of your energy, okay? But you don't stay in that, and you do not match their energy. So you shine, and people see that, and people want to have the same thing as you have. It says the eyes revealing. So you do have something that more and more people are capable of seeing, your own gift, your own vibration, your own energy. Some, like I said, are really attracted to you for the right reason now because they are seeing you, and some are just jealous. So I think that will create a kind of a split, and you're able to really see with the eyes card. You're capable of really seeing clearly who is the right people in your life, who is not the right people in your life. But the thing is, you're attracting everybody. You're attracting by your energy. So it's up to you to really be able to decide, okay, what do I want now in my life? Do I want this energy? Do I want that energy? Do I stay away from this? You're just in the abundance because of this energy.
Wow, I love that. Thank you, Sophie. And I also feel like as we're all raising our general vibration, I feel like some people that were outcasts before, now we're able to match our frequencies and to their frequency, and we thought they were weird, but now it's like it's the new frequency we're all aiming for. So
are you saying that weird is the new black?
I'm kind of saying that, yes. So love it. Thank you so much. Okay, let's go back to and yeah, JC is saying, wow, 333. Where is that comment? Oh my God, I'm having difficulties. Okay, I'll find it some other time. Let's go back to this. Ooh, I'm having problems here. Hi, Eve. He wanted to pop on the screen. Okay. Let's go back to this full moon in Libra. So yeah, Meg, you were mentioning like all of the arts because Venus is the ruler of this full moon in Libra, and it trines Pluto. So I feel like it could be a great energy, generally speaking, for uplifting transformation in relationships. So I think, and also very sexy energy. Venus trines Pluto. It's very attractive. So anything that you do with someone you love can be really transforming in a very positive way. And you were mentioning music and John Lennon, which is very funny because I don't know if you knew, but Venus makes a sextile to Neptune, which is the planet of music, of high frequency. You probably knew that, but I'm just going to mention that here. Love, also romantic love. So those are both, and we say often that Neptune is kind of the higher octave of Venus because Neptune at its higher frequency can talk about unconditional love, whereas Venus is more like the romantic love type of planet. So both together helping each other in this sextile is very romantic. So romantic love, romantic time, anything that sparks joy and love within yourself too, self-love, as you said, listening to music, self-care, doing things that you love to do, surrounding yourself with beauty. I think it's going to be very, very positive for this evolution we're going through. And you also mentioned this opposition of the moon to Chiron because the sun is conjuncting Chiron. And yes, I wrote that. And Jupiter is there also. So expanding even more this Chiron energy of healing some personal wounds. So I wrote here, personal core wounds being triggered by a relationship. But there's a lot of healing potential for all of us, which is also Neptune. Healing, forgiving. So and if anything that comes up in your sphere that, let's say, some relationships around you trigger for healing, I think it could have a very positive outcome, because this full moon, I feel like it's very soft, very gentle, and has a lot of healing potential. And we're, in my opinion, I think we're opening up a new chapter, because the nodes are going to move into Libra and Aries. So it's only the beginning of a very long-lasting chapter that will highlight our relationships and our relationships to self. So I feel like this awakening to the fact that the other is a mirror of self. So we're not separate for each other. We're all mirror of all the different facets you hold within yourself. So I feel like the next year and a half is going to ask us to internalize all facets of self and look at them without any judgment, because whenever we're triggered because someone else reflects something that we haven't healed within ourselves. So basically, I think that's going to be the whole learning experience of Libra and Aries. And Sophie, I'd like to ask the cards something. How do you think this full moon will affect relationships? Can we ask the cards?
Sure. Ace of Cup is always there. Relationship to self is going to be the ultimate goal. So we want to really learn how to, we have boundaries, 9 of Wands. I will go back to the Ace of Cups because that's the final result that we want. 9 of Cups also, and the Queen of Swords. So final result is the Ace of Cups. And why? It's because what we really want during those times is to fill our own cup of love, not to be dependent on external validation to be happy, not to be dependent on external relationship to find the joy in, to feel the security and to feel fulfilled in our life. We want this, the 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, which is just the feeling fulfilled, basically. But now we have to face the hard work for this. It's the reason why we have phases of, we have a team in astrology switching from one to another, because we do have a lesson that we have to put our time and energy in. And now it's the time to really focus on, okay, I need to be clear with my words. I need to bring my Queen of Swords energy. I need to have clarity and transparency within myself first. What do I want? What are my intentions? What am I manifesting with my subconscious when I talk to myself, during the day? What is my thought process? And really putting your time and energy in, how do I bring this fulfillment, 9 of Cups, in my own life, within myself, for myself. And it's not to say that you need to just focus on yourself and be not good to others. That's not the case. It's to have this good balance where you respect yourself, but you stay in that love vibration. It starts from you instead of starting from somebody else.
Makes so much sense. I love what you just said. And yeah, I feel like some of us are being called to do a lot more evolution in relationships than others, but your relationship to self is always going to change the way you can relate to other. You can open up even more to other people if you've done a little bit of inner work. If you showed yourself some love, for sure you're going to be having, let's say, healthier relationships. I'd like to ask you, Meg, what do you, if you put this full moon that we're going to have on the 6th of April in context with the nodes changing axis in Libra and Aries, what do you think is the purpose of us going through this energy at the full moon in preparation for the whole next year and a half? We're going to have the nodes in the relationship axis. And yeah, I'd like to get your opinion and your feeling on that.
Yeah. I feel like this full moon in Libra is a gentle, nice time, nice energy. We do have some intense things going on, but this feels positive to me. I really like Libra full moon. I also like that the sun is conjunct Jupiter. Even though we've got Chiron there in that conjunction, I do like the energy of sun conjunct Jupiter. I think that's positive and lucky and optimistic and light. I feel like one of the things that Aries teaches us is Aries deals with things in the present moment. Okay. So I feel like all the planets in Aries right now with this full moon in Libra is an opportunity for us to be really honest with ourselves about the relationships on the outside. Are they in alignment with self? Aries rules self. And what actions, Aries, what things do I have to do? Aries is action and doing things, right? Taking action. Should I do now? Because if you kind of procrastinate until later in the year, if you know that you're in a relationship that is toxic, that is not in alignment, that needs to end, and now this is my Scorpio talking, okay? If you know that there's something that needs to end, it is going to be a shit show later on in the year if you just procrastinate and you don't do it now. That's what Aries teaches us. We've got Venus going retrograde in the summertime in Leo, and that's going to be, you know, by the time that the nodes have shifted, when we're in the relationship axis, and that's going to be like very dramatic breakups and things going on. You know, Leo rules drama, right? And things being really, really dramatic. So now is a good time to deal with what is being shown in front of you. And we all know what's being shown in front of us, whether it's with our love relationships or business, family relationships. I'm feeling like those are really the highlighted ones right now. Deal with it now, because if you don't deal with it now, it's going to be really dramatic later on. And also we have Mars in Cancer right now, which I actually have that in my birth chart. And Mars doesn't like to be in Cancer. So it's nice in the sense that we're focusing, there is a focus on our family and our home and our foundation at the moment, but the shadow side of Mars in Cancer is not dealing with things in the moment because you don't want to hurt people's feelings. So let's be aware of if we have that coming up, like if we're in a relationship that we know doesn't really serve self and isn't really in alignment with self, but I'll just wait a little bit because I don't want to hurt people's feelings. That's the Mars in Cancer right now. That's not a good thing right now. And Mars is the ruler of Aries. So we just have to be, I think, aware that this is a really good time before Mercury goes retrograde, like the day after the eclipse, right, Julie? Mercury goes retrograde.
Yeah, exactly, on the 21st.
I feel like from the end of April on, it's an intense energy, and this full moon is an opportunity for us to be in beauty, enjoyment, even sensuality, right? And just kind of do self-care and deal with things we need to deal with. Nothing is retrograde right now. It's a really good time to take action. And it may seem like there's some scary steps to take in certain relationships, but I promise you it'll be easier to deal with now rather than procrastinating and dealing with it later. Do you guys resonate with that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. And like, I feel like this full moon is so well aspected that, as you said, I think the better timing to speak your truth. And let's say if you need to clear the air with some people regarding some stuff, delicate matters sometimes can be handled really greatly with, I feel, this full moon because of this Neptune energy of forgiveness, softness, and Venus. Venus is the diplomat of the zodiac. So, and it's the ruler of this full moon. So I feel like you're totally on point, Meg, with that. Oh, thank you so much, Carla. I just love how you guys keep us focused on important things in the midst of all craziness. So needed. Oh, thank you, Carla. I appreciate it so much. And yeah, we were talking about the full moon, and we also have this wonderful Libra full moon singing bowl meditation with Elena, Janine, and Jean-Claude and myself are going to be there as well. This is going to be tomorrow. we're going to do this live activation with the singing bowls, and that's going to be tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. So still time to register if you haven't done so already on the Academy. So that's BeyondMystic.Academy. And this special Libra full moon is going to focus on inner balance, outer balance, because it's Venus ruled. Also focusing on harmony in our lives, because we know that through the eclipse season, we'll be going through a lot of changes in the world, but also personally. So finding our inner harmony, inner balance, but also a healthier relationship, harmonious relationship. So that's going to be the big activation we'll do tomorrow with the wonderful Elena and Janine. So of course, Janine is going to pull cards with the intentions. And yeah, so you can register right now on BeyondMystic.Academy, and it's a sliding scale principle. So you decide whatever you want to pay. This is from 22 to 222, because we believe it's always necessary to have some form of energetic exchange to get a form of healing. So I'd like to pull cards on this meditation, Sophie, if you'd like to start.
Good idea.
Can you tell us what type of healing will, let's say, this full moon meditation bring?
Okay. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Are you ready?
I think I am. Are you, Meg?
Yeah.
10 of Swords, Death card, 7 of Pentacles, and the Star. I think we're going to shed a skin completely at that full moon, with the eclipse just really close to that. And it says reevaluation and universal alignment. So I have to say that it feels like everything, well, maybe not everything, but for most of us, almost everything that we had to purchase already dealt with. But what also you want to cut from your life, if you want to continue to cut limiting belief, people from your life, if you want to release yourself from thinking that you're not worthy, this is where the stuff that was really resisting going away is finally getting off of your energy, getting off of your vibration. And this is where we grow roots into the new energy. And we can really, really, really start to see the result happening in our life in the 3D. It says the Star universal alignment. So it's really where you have a big push into this new energy to help you to really, like I said, grow roots into this beautiful new start in your life. And the final, really final purge for some of you that has some hard stuff that you just realize is still with you, some relationship or limiting belief or anything that you want to get rid of. It's a full moon after all, but it's a very powerful one.
Wow. It makes so much sense, Sophie, with the cards you pulled at the beginning, like the Tower card we had with the last, yeah, exactly. The last moon at 16 degrees, the last full moon, should I say, at 16 degrees. So the end of the purge, can we say? Wow.
Yeah.
I love that. Yay. I think everybody is going to be very happy about that. Very, very happy. Okay. And then at the same time, we're having Mercury that's visible in the sky. So that doesn't happen so often. It's about 3 times a year that Mercury moves away from the sun, because we know from our viewpoint on Earth, we always see Mercury and sun very close to each other. But 3 times during the year, or approximately so, Mercury moves away from the sun, so we could see Mercury in the sky. So that's supposed to bring a lot of positivity regarding all mercurial activities. So Meg, could you maybe give us some advice or pull cards on what's going to be positive surrounding this Mercury visible? So what kind of themes would you prioritize?
Well, I think I'm really excited for Mercury becoming visible, because I think facts and what is the actual truth of what is going on for us collectively and personally is going to become very apparent. We just had, Mars move into Cancer last week. And from last week, since October 30th, Mars was in Gemini, which is one of the signs that Mercury rules, which is, our mind and our communication. And Mars can be conflict and energy and all this intense stuff going on. So it's been a little bit hard to feel out like, okay, what is the truth of what's going on? What's the real facts of what's going on? So I'm excited because we're going to get some kind of clarity about what is really going on here collectively when it comes to anything in the collective, the financial aspect, when it comes to I want to say the food supply. I'm going to be careful what I say here on YouTube, but Spirit is wanting me to say, like, all of those things that we're scared of, truth is going to come out on what it's going to be like moving forward. And I did pull some cards from my lovely Star Codes Astro Oracle of what wants to come through with this full moon in Libra and Mercury becoming visible. And I keep getting this card the past couple of weeks. This is Pallas Athena. And Pallas Athena is a asteroid. She's a goddess asteroid. Did this come up the last time we did Divine Feminine Oracles? Or was it in
we did it? I can't remember.
Spies? One of the shows that came
I
up.
think it was Psychic Spies.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Yeah. So Pallas Athena is a warrior goddess. See her beautiful warrior goddess helmet. So a little bit of an Aries energy going on here. I'll go like that. It's easier. And she's about the power of perception. Look, the key word is think. The power of facts and communication. So if we have, if we're not sure about something in something like relationship wise, particularly, that's a theme with this full moon, communication and looking at the facts. And there's an amazing book that I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of before that's called The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz or something. Yeah. And if you guys haven't read that book, that's an amazing tiny book that you could even read in a couple hours. It's called The 4 Agreements. And one of them is don't take anything personally, and also don't make any assumptions. And
be impeccable with your word too.
Right. Oh yeah, be impeccable with your word. And what's the other one? I forget.
I just had this one pop up
Always
in my mind.
Do your best.
Oh yeah.
Always do your best. Be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally, and don't make any assumptions. Something like that. So I'm really feeling that, like the laws of truth, the laws of what is actually going on factually. So that is going to be coming up in the collective. We're going to be seeing, I think it's going to be better for us to communicate too with Mercury going visible. So that's really exciting. And interesting, don't know what this exactly means, but I pulled the cards for Capricorn and Cancer, which are actually opposite signs, which is really interesting. So Cancer is like our home and family situation, and Capricorn is success and achievement and our career. So I feel like what I'm getting from this is every area of our life, so whether it's career or family or relationships or finances, everything is getting a reset. We have shifted timelines. And what I'm getting is this end of the purge that's happening is the end of the purge of a lot of us soul family awakened people have been going through, like dealing with the past few years and the intensity of that and all the fallout of that. And I feel like there's a new purge starting with this eclipse season of all those people that maybe haven't woken up yet. And
I don't want another purge, Meg.
I know, but it's different
not hard.
It's not hard because we've all gone through a purge already, and we're going to be in that beautiful Aries energy of holding space and support and being in our love warriorship. So it's going to be, I think, quicker of a purge than what we've all had to go through the past few years. I don't know. What do you guys think of that?
Yeah, makes so much sense. And also you got Cancer and Capricorn, and it's like the divine mother and the divine father. Right. So us being, let's say, parental figures for the people actually waking up. And yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And you were talking also with this balance between our personal lives, professional life, which is also Cancer, Capricorn. So I feel like it's also telling us that this Mercury visible is great to put more balance into your a balance between professional life and personal life too.
Yeah.
And
If I
don't
can
forget,
add to it,
go ahead.
I feel like it may be the end of the 9 to 5 job also.
Ah,
Yeah,
Wow.
because I feel that there is a need for greater balance. And the fact that we have sacrificed so much into the 9 to 5, 5 days a week, for certain people, it's even 6 or 7 days a week. So the fact that in this economy, even if you're working 9 to 5, even if you're doing even more right now, and you cannot bring home the bacon, I think that it's going to be reviewed how we want to invest our energy and our resources into our job, and review the principle of what we can do. And Capricorn is also ruling, correct me if I'm wrong, but capitalism.
capitalism. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. So it's also ruling this really big system that is kind of collapsing the institution. So we want to review how we are giving our time, our energy, and our effort, and how we fulfill ourselves every day. So the exchange of energy from home, from our own energy, Cancer, into what is outside of our home. What do we do for work? We want to review that exchange, I think.
Wow, that resonates a lot. Thank you so much for that, Sophie. And thank you so much also on the screen to TTF. Thank you, Meg, Julie, and Sophie, for all you do. Thank you so much. And we'll be talking about our friend Mercury. This is going to be our next Astral Decode on Maison Jupiter YouTube channel. So that's going to be next week, April 12th, 4 p.m. Eastern. We're going to talk about Mercury retrograde, how to best plan for this period. And that's going to be from April 21st until May 14th. So 3 weeks of, let's say, planning and thinking differently in order to build for the future, because it's going to be in Taurus. So also talking about money, how to strategize with your finances, with your resources, with what's to come. So yeah, don't miss this, a great episode. So I think we have a lot of questions. We'll start by answering some of them. So of course, I don't think we'll have the time to answer all of them, but we'll do our best. So let's start with this one. So maybe I'm going to ask you, Meg, and if you want to pull maybe some oracle cards, that would be great. So Cancer Sun, Capricorn rising. So we're just talking about this axis of signs. Cancer Sun, Capricorn rising, Sag Moon. Will I be leaving my current job and starting my own business within the next year?
Interesting. So definitely feel a yes, just intuitively right away with that. And good news, Trigal Rice, your Capricorn rising, everyone who has a Capricorn sun, moon, or rising, Pluto is now off your back. Okay. So you're going to be feeling a lot lighter. Maybe you've noticed a shift since March 23rd with Pluto moving into Aquarius. Pluto will retrograde a couple times back into Capricorn, but I feel like the Pluto and Capricorn transit really intensely is over. So you're going to be feeling lighter. And yeah, I'm getting like spirit. I'm seeing business suits intuitively. I don't know if what you're doing has anything to do with more the business side or financial side, something like that, where it's not just woo-woo, but there's practical things that you have to do as well. That's a confirmation that you're on the right track. And I think you're possibly maybe moving somewhere or wanting to move location or spend time in another place. I think that's going to be coming up for you. So just being aware of that. And the Scorpio card has come up for you. Investigate. Look at all your different options. I do see you leaving your current job. You are here to be doing your own business, even before a year from now, like soon. So watch for the magical signs and synchronicities of what's going on, Trigal Rice, because the universe is speaking to you right now.
Wow, I love it. And I also see the North Node, Uranus in her 5th house, which is the house of original creation and starting a business. So definitely something that's going to be good for you. Thank you so much. And thank you also to Shannon. And just before we continue answering questions, I just want to mention that in a few minutes, there's going to be a very special live on a Beyond Mystics channel. So that's going to be the Wacky Woo with J Snip, Bix, and Woo Woo Dude. So they're going to talk about this big announcement featuring Mr. T. So please don't forget to watch. And I'm going to switch over as soon as we finish to that awesome episode. So let's, okay. For another question, I have this one for you, Sophie. So the Prosperity Sage, Jen. Thank you so much, Jen. Love you all. Love you too. Question, I'm feeling restless and want to start something new. What should I be doing? She's a Leo sun and a Sag rising. Wow, we have similar elements there.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Page of Wands, Three of Pentacles, a Chariot, and 10 of Pentacles. I think you're going to start something, but it's not going to be a big thing for you. So it's not a full business. I see you that you're going to maybe find someone or a group that has already started a project that you want to join, and it's out of your comfort zone when we have Page of Wands. So I think that you're going to learn a lot through that. It's something that interests you, but you are curious, but you're not sure yet if that's the way to go. It says a lot of evolution will come from that because we have the Chariot and 10 of Pentacles. So 10 of Pentacles for me is the abundance, but it's not just about the money. It's about how much you're going to receive from that energetically. You're going to love this project, and you're also going to receive a lot from opportunities and yes, money, but it's not so much about the money, then really a lot of opportunities and a lot of you're going to really have enjoyment in that. So I think you're already knowing what I'm talking about. If you don't know, it's coming really soon.
I love it. Thank you so much, Sophie. And then I have another great question for you, Meg. I'm just picking which one I want to answer right now. So let's answer Jake Ray. So maybe with some oracle cards or your own, let's say, intuitive guidance, whichever one you prefer. So Jake is saying, adore the divine feminine oracles. Thank you so much, Jake. Should I stay at my current? So there is, I think, a word missing. So job, location for the time being, or should I leave now? So we don't know exactly. Jake, if you can help us out with the missing word in the comments. So he's a Pisces sun, Aquarius moon, Libra rising.
Okay, so I'm hearing very strong, take action. And there's actually a song, it's not quite popular, but it's from an artist called Tim Armstrong. And he has a song that's like, let's get moving into action. And I'm hearing that. So maybe check that out, Jake Ray. Listen to that song, Into Action by Tim Armstrong, because that's coming through for you. And I feel like you're really creative. Okay, we got the Venus card coming through and the 12th house card coming through.
It says job, so it's a job thing.
Job, okay.
Thank you, Jake.
So I feel like you may have creative gifts or something like that. Or if you're not an artist or musician, this is about stepping into your creativity of what to do. I'm hearing taking action and being creative about how you take the action. I see you're a Pisces sun, which is the sign that rules the 12th house. You're a Libra rising, which Venus rules Libra, and also an Aquarius moon. So that's all highly creative. I'm getting a lot of creative vibes for you, and let's get moving into action. I'm hearing that song.
I love it.
Strong. So do it. And there's different options. And I feel like an up leveling from the universe for you right now. Go for what turns you on. Go for what feels good. So wish you all the best, Jake.
Oh, wow. So it also means that he has the upcoming full moon in Libra really close to your ascendant. Right. So great time to start something. Hope it helps, Jake. Thank you so much, Meg. Okay. one for Sophie, maybe. We have Larissa Reed. Thank you, Larissa. She's saying, hello, beautiful ladies. Would love clarity and a general reading, as everything is just crazy. Oh, yes, it is. And not in a good way. Sending love your way.
Okay.
So what can we tell Larissa for a general reading?
Hmm. 999. Okay. I get what you're saying. I get it. Okay. I don't know your situation, and I don't know what I can also share here. So let me just be a bit cryptic, but I'm sure you will understand. So it says that you will have the results, but you need to keep pushing through. It says that you're being tested, but it's the last phase of the test, because you have kings only when it comes to the cards. You have kings and nines, so you are really at the end of the tests. You have mastered a lot. So it's not that you're missing a piece of the puzzle. It's not that things are not working in your favor, even though it feels like it may be. It's really that you're at the end of the test. And I feel that you are at a level that so few are at, because when we have 9 and kings, we are really at the end of many karmic lessons. We are at the end of many lessons in general, not just karmic. So you are really, really, like I said, at the end. But I have the answer is coming in 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, no longer than 3 months. That's for sure. You can trust me on this. So let me just pick 2 cards on what is coming past this delay with the 3. Success and clarity. Okay, you're at the end of it. So right now it may be crazy, but you're seeing the final of the my French and my English today, they're not happy together.
Fireworks.
Fireworks. You're at the end, the final of the fireworks. So it's really crazy. It's popping in many area of your life, maybe, but you're at the very end. And right after you have the success and the clarity, nothing will scare you after that.
Wow. So a beautiful face opening up for Larissa.
Oh, yeah, completely.
Thank you so much, Sophie. Appreciate it. And thank you, Larissa, and hope it helps. So I think I'm going to have to end this very close to here, because JC's waiting to go live for his show, The Wacky Woo, with Jason Bix and Woo Woo Dude. So right before we end, don't forget to watch tomorrow's show at noon with the amazing Meg. So she's going to talk about the astral alignments for the year ahead, and that's going to be a great show like usual, I'm sure. And also, if you'd like to book with Meg or Sophie with a one-on-one reading, you can do so right now on MAISONJupiter.com. And don't forget to enter Beyond Mystic in one word for a 10% off discount. And if you would like to start a bit knowing a little bit more about your own birth chart, you can do so on MAISONJupiter.com as well. And also get your personalized birth chart, which is the one right here. So that's a digital art print in the color of your choice, and it features all the planets at the very moment of your birth. And also it comes with a 15 to 20 pages report explaining all your most important alignments. So also don't forget to use Beyond Mystic in one word to get 10% off this product as well. So that was the amazing Divine Feminine Oracle show. I hope you guys liked it. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to both Beyond Mystic and Maison Jupiter channel. And thank you so much, ladies. I love you. It was a great show. And see you soon. Au revoir.
Bye.
Love you guys. Bye.